Welcome to Donington Park and the second meeting of the season for the F3 Cup, and this their second race of the weekend. Kieran Vernon won the first of them and he starts from pole position ahead of Stuart Wiltshire. Then it is Aaron Steele and Jacopo Sebastiani, Daniel Tapanos, Adrian Holy and Matt Plain completes the field as we get a green flag from the marshal. Eyes divert towards the gantry and away we go, except for Daniel Tapanos, who stalls it on the line and is late away as it's the bright red car of ex-Formula Renault racer Kieran Vernon who leads the way into Redgate, and then it's Aaron Steele who slides through into second place. There is Matt Payne in sixth as Daniel Tapanos has recovered, so down through the Craner curves for the first time. And Kieran Vernon leading, streaking clear of Aaron Steele. Then we've got Stuart Wiltshire, much ever present in the F3 Cup, just ahead of ex-GT Cup racer Jacopo Sebastiani. So that is the leading quartet, and then next along it is Adrian Holy. Daniel Tapanos already up ahead of Matt Payne as they head on to the club straight for the first time. Now the key here for Kieran Vernon is going to be to try and break clear early on, because those of you who got long memories in the F3 Cup will remember Aaron Steele's dominance of this category a couple of seasons ago, and Aaron Steele trying to close up into the toe of Kieran Vernon in these reasonably early stages of the race. They've got plenty of time to play with, although around the Donington Park National Circuit the laps get reeled off very rapidly. It's a 15-minute race for these cars as swooping through the old tape. Now here's a good battle shaping up behind the bright yellow car of Adrian Holy under pressure from the black machine of Daniel Tapanos. It's Kieran Vernon trying to break clear of Aaron Steele. Then we've got Stuart Wiltshire who stays with the pair of them as they head through McLean to Coppice. Then we've got Holy and Tapanos. Now always the challenge in Formula 3 racing is that these cars, relatively speaking, have got more grip than power and therefore very, very short braking zones, so means you can quite quickly caught up in the toe of the turbulent wake of the cars ahead of you. But that doesn't deter Tapanos. All but that does as he flicks the car sideways, and all credit to Adrian Holy for jumping on the brakes, because that was very nearly the end of two Dalaras as Tapanos got it all sideways in his 2011 Dalara, because one of the big changes for the F3 Cup this year has been the introduction of slightly more modern specification F3 machinery, whereas Adrian Holy is running in a 2000 specification Dalara. And the British Formula 3 Championship in the year 2000 absolutely thriving. If you recall that the grid was pretty much full of Formula 1 junior teams. By 2011 the championship was still potent, beginning to suffer the shortfall in numbers, which ultimately has led to its curtailment for the 2015 season. It means that the F3 Cup is where F3 fans must go for their fix of F3 racing in the UK, and this is why we love F3 racing, because it can be very, very close as Tapanos tries the same move as last time round. This time it doesn't end in sideways fashion, therefore he makes the pass on Adrian Holy. Holy slips down the place as Daniel Tapanos accelerates towards Redgate corner. Holy looks for the switchback, can't quite do it, and then they begin their run along one of the most enjoyable sections of asphalt in British motorsport, swooping down through Hollywood and then into the Craner curves. The road just flows naturally at this point of the circuit. It really just means the drivers can let the car do the hard work, very light fingertip almost steering for the drivers is the technique, and then they flick through Schwantz. Meanwhile, this is the fight for third and fourth place between Stuart Wiltshire and then Jacopo Sebastiani. Sebastiani, another of the drivers equipped with a 2011 specification car, whereas the race leader Kieran Vernon and Aaron Steele in pursuit of him are 2007 spec Dalaras. All the cars in the field Dalaras, because really since 1994 Dalara has been the preeminent Formula 3 chassis globally. Been attracted some challengers, most notably Begal, who won races in the British Formula 3 Championship going back a couple of years ago, but has been a weapon of choice for many seasons. There is Stuart Wiltshire in the 2008 variation of the car. And the main difference really between the 2000 or the mid-noughties cars is fairly minimal, just slight tweaks to the aerodynamic package each year. As now Sebastiani begins to reel in up onto the tail of Stuart Wiltshire. He can't quite find a way through. The really big shift in the Dallara design, by the way, for those of you who have got thick and furry anoraks at home, was from the 2008 model to the 2012 model, which isn't represented in the F3 Cup, and that was the introduction of a much steeper nose cone, a much more aggressive aerodynamic package, whereas this generation of Dallara from 2008 to 2011 broadly similar, at least in terms of outward appearance. But now Jacopo Sebastiani really beginning to apply the pressure to Stuart Wiltshire. This is the fight for third and fourth place, as the pair of them negotiate coppice and head down the back straight on the braking zone into the Roberts S's. This version of the Donington Park circuit, the national circuit, drivers almost enjoy it a little bit more than the Grand Prix loop because it just remains so fast and flow. Now they arrive into Redgate Corner. Now where, if at all, can Sebastiani find a way past Stuart Wiltshire? Wiltshire has been in the F3 Cup, as we said earlier on, for several seasons. He is a tough driver to find a way around and knows the tricks of the trade with these cars. So the two of them pick up the throttle, accelerating uphill through McLean's, then on towards Coppice. Coppice a tricky turn in itself because you arrive blind into the tabletop, commit to the corner really before you can see it. Here is our race leader then, Kieran Vernon. Second place for Aaron Steele. And then we've got the fight for third, which remains as it was. Stuart Wiltshire from Jacopo Sebastiani. And Sebastiani in the slipstream behind Stuart Wiltshire, but he can't find a way past him. Just to think about challenging into Redgate. Now the challenge at Redgate is the corner invites you to look to the inside. It actually really tightens just as you get past the apex, and therefore that's why you'll see the drivers take that wide swooping line in. Well, for many seasons, Donington Park was the season opening event for the British Formula 3 Championship. Really the first opportunity to see whose pace has been carried on through winter testing. And then it was on to Donington Park, first races of the season. Hurtling round continue to be Wiltshire and Sebastiani as the pair of them flick through the chicane. Nice low line chicanes here as well at Donington Park. As now Wiltshire has got Sebastiani behind him, and Stuart Wiltshire knows that Jacopo Sebastiani, even with the short braking distance, is close enough to challenge, and Sebastiani commits the outside. Oh, he keeps his foot in and around. He goes into the gravel trap, and the Italian driver bangs the steering wheel in frustration. He will be hugely frustrated with that. He just got caught out a little bit by Stuart Wiltshire moving in defence. None of this is any concern for Kieran Vernon. For the Renault racer, ex-Porsche racer, always been one of those drivers who we have known has been very quick. As is often the case, budget can get in the way. Meanwhile, Sebastiani is out of the gravel trap and in pursuit of Daniel Tapanos. This then is the fight for fourth and fifth position. Both drivers have had adventures along the way in this race, but now they have still got the opportunity to let themselves up the order. If anything were to go wrong for the three cars ahead of them, possibly get up to the podium as well. The heat haze shimmers as Kieran Vernon accelerates down towards the chicane. This has been an absolutely imperious performance from Kieran Vernon. He flicks through and is about to take the checkered flag. Meanwhile, Sebastiani and Tapanos are going to get one more lap out of this. So Kieran Vernon has taken the race win. But who is going to hold on for fourth position? This is where the race is, as Sebastiani finds himself squeezed out by Tapanos as they swoop down through the Craner curves on the brakes into the old hairpin, choosing to ride the curbs and then continue accelerating, swooping through Schwantz curve and uphill into McLean's. Now this means that Sebastiani's only really got one golden opportunity. He can challenge into Coppice, but it will compromise him down the back straight. He thinks about the challenge into Coppice, asks a lot of that car's aero package through Coppice, but it works, so he's got the run now on Tapanos. Here they come down the straight for the final time. Daniel Tapanos defends to the inside line, and I think that's going to be enough for him as he snatches the brake. As long as he doesn't get it all sideways, he doesn't. Daniel Tapanos holds on to claim that fourth place ahead of Jacopo Sebastiani. So great battle between the pair of them for fourth place in the closing stages. For Kieran Vernon, though, he was unchallenged at the front of the field and takes his second victory of the weekend in the F3 Cup. Delight and thumbs up from Kieran Vernon. Let's have a look then at the final results, with Kieran Vernon taking the win from Aaron Steele. Stuart Wiltshire completes the podium from Daniel Tapanos and Jacopo Sebastiani. Unfortunately, Adrian Holy and Matt Payne both encountering trouble. Well, join us after the break. We'll have all the action for the third and final race of the weekend from the F3 Cup at Donington Park.